Welcome, Hilary, and hello to everyone who's watching this video. Now, I've done something a little bit unusual this time. I'm going to talk about a fashion brand, but instead of interviewing the founder or designer or MD, I've actually asked if this particular fashion line, TheBiasCut.com, could let me interview one of their customers who loves their clothes, and Hilary is the lady that was chosen. So I came over to Hilary's house today, and strangely, lots of coincidences. What is it? You're only 7 people apart, or something? Because I actually, yes, we proved it. I actually grew up in the next door village, so Hilary and I have been exchanging memories, names of people that I hadn't remembered for some time. So that's quite fun. Anyway, back to TheBiasCut.com. Now, the reason that I like TheBiasCut is because it's run by somebody called Jacinthe, who is very young. She's in her 20s, but she started this company because people like Hilary, myself, her mother, couldn't find clothes that suited us, could we? I mean, you know, fun, interesting clothes. I think that's the thing, you know. And also, she has set it up so it's entirely online, which is quite interesting. Now, first of all, I want to ask you, Hilary, were you an online shopper before you discovered TheBiasCut?
For clothes, rarely. I mean, you know, a few things, very standard things that you pretty well knew were going to fit you. You know, they were easy, because the experience of some online clothes shopping had been a bit disappointing.
Yes.
This has changed my view of it completely.
Oh, well, that's a good start. I think service is so important with these online companies. Now, TheBiasCut does some. How would you describe their clothes? Because they are very different, aren't they?
Well, I think first of all their quality is fantastic. They're interesting clothes, but they're wearable, because you know you do get to a certain age and you know what really does and what really doesn't work for you, and you don't want to look frumpy and boring and old. But equally, sometimes some clothes are just not going to work. Perhaps they look absolutely stunning, but they're far too short.
Yes.
Whereas TheBiasCut is finding pieces that are, as I said, of quality, they're interesting, and they're wearable. And they have the advantage of going from season to season.
And also, they're just different. I mean, for instance, I'm today wearing a grey cashmere V-neck from TheBiasCut. But look, on the sleeves, I hope you can see this, you can see all sorts of different coloured stars. Now, I mean, I have put it also in one of TheBiasCut. I think Jacinthe needs to watch when I leave, because this might go in my suitcase. But this scarf is theirs as well. But you can jazz this grey cashmere sweater up, and it's different. It's not just a grey V-neck cashmere jumper, is it?
Absolutely.
And I think that you're wearing one of their blouses. Again, lovely pattern, the tigers. And you can get locked into very plain, very straightforward, ordinary clothes, can't you? But when you get to our age, you need something that works a bit harder for you.
And I mean, although we always hear it, and everybody says about you can dress it up and you can dress it down, but I think that's really true.
Yes.
Because what you're wearing and what I'm wearing, both of them, you can wear with a fairly informal pair of jeans, or you could wear this blouse very easily with a jacket and a suit, and make it in something really smart.
Yes.
Which is important, because if you're buying quality clothes, which are perhaps a little bit more expensive, but you want the quality, but you want the wearability and the durability and the versatility.
Well, I think that's certainly something that she's absolutely nailed.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yes, completely.
Is there any particular items that you've bought in the past which sadly may not now be in stock, but I think we'd like to talk about them? I think you showed me a jacket that which there is one still left in stock, so I will show it.
Yeah. But I think it's remarkable that, and I've been buying for them for 2 years, that pretty well without exception, every single piece I have bought, and I've worn lots, I have had admired and people commented on, because, we move in circles where people have to see something that's quite different to go and comment on a clothes. I mean, we're not,
Yes.
15 and you all go, I like this and that and the other. It's quite unusual to actually see something. And so the fact that people say, wow, I absolutely love that is, I think, just a mark of how individual and how interesting the clothes line are.
Yes, so the stripy coat.
Yes.
You were wearing it this morning, I gather.
Yes, I've been at a meeting this morning, and I was wearing it just with a very plain, navy trousers.
Yeah.
But I worn it to weddings. I wore it to a 90th birthday party last year, and it still looks fantastic. I've had it almost a year, and it still looks as if I just got it out of the box.
And you've got a skirt too that
Yes.
I'm also going to hopefully drop in a picture of, which it's a waisted skirt and quite full, isn't it?
It's a waisted skirt. I mean, it is slightly 50s. I mean, I think obviously it depends.
I love the 50s fashion, yes.
That's right, very flattering. Depends obviously what you wear it with, but again, I've worn it with different tops and again at parties and weddings and all sorts of things and dressed in different ways according to the occasion and the weather and what have you. It's just absolutely fabulous. So very pleased.
So would you say that the BiasCut has sort of changed your attitude to online shopping for clothes?
Yes, absolutely. Because I think that, if you go to the trouble of looking through a website and choosing something and it arrives and you open the package and it's not right, it's just jolly disappointing, and so you feel frustrated.
Yes.
Whereas you get something from the BiasCut, it's beautifully packed, which actually I really like. I like the fact it comes in matching tissue paper and ribbon and things, and it just makes you feel special. And then the fact that it's better than actually it looked in the pictures, which may sound a bit negative, but I think it's a positive because.
Well, it's difficult to photograph clothes for websites.
It is.
Right. Everyone suffers from that.
That's right.
So it is nice that it arrives and you really do propose.
That's right.
And also you can try it on with your own accessories and shoes and bags, jewellery, whatever, and really find out if it does work for you.
And in daylight, because we all know that in shops the lighting can probably make any of us good in pretty well anything.
And a decent mirror.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, because that is frustrating in shops, I find. Also, I just personally, as you get older, you just get fed up with going to the high street, the cost of getting there, whether it be by public transport or parking. And so to have something where you can say, right, I think the thing that I would use the BiasCut for particularly is I've got a special something coming up. And to go on there and find an outfit that you aren't going to see everybody else in. I think because Jacinth doesn't buy in big quantities, does she? So the turnover. Sadly, sometimes I saw some trousers which were fabulous, but my size had sold out. But I think in a way that's good because you've just got to get on there and buy it. And
I like the fact that if I go and have a look, there's very often something new and you think, that's exciting. The fact that it changes, it's not, as it used to be, sort of 2 seasons, spring and autumn season, that's the end of it. So you can go and you can just see new bits and that would really work with so-and-so, and it just makes it quite exciting.
Any criticisms? I mean,
Well, sometimes the frustration of perhaps my size that, but other than that, no, I think that I haven't found anything yet that's frustrated me about it. Apart from very occasionally, not own my size, but that's that's that.
Then look early.
Well, as I say, that's the lesson, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Look quickly.
Exactly. Yes. Well, thank you so much. I think what I'm going to do now is have a quick chat with Jacinth, who's going to tell me about something that's coming up with the BiasCut, how she is actually sort of branching out a little bit. But it was so nice to speak to you and so nice to see somebody who can talk honestly about a brand, and I'm really genuine because I've seen all the pieces you've bought from the BiasCut, so I can guarantee that this really is somebody who loves her clothes from the BiasCut and wears them.
Yes,
and that's what's important. If you spend quite a bit of money, you want to get lots of wear out of it.
Yes. And I'm really looking forward to seeing, what happens next.
Yes, exactly.
Great, very exciting. Thank you. Nice to talk to you.
Well, now I have Jacinth, the brains behind TheBiasCut.com, and I've dragged her in here to have a quick chat because I know she's got some exciting things going on with her online website. I've had a lovely afternoon chatting to Hilary. She really is. She's a fabulous woman.
Yes, absolutely.
She loves your clothes, so that's good.
That's always a good thing, yeah.
Yes. So tell me what's going on now. The new range?
Yes, well, I mean, we've got more things coming in. I mean, this is a new blouse, which...
I love. Look at these cuffs. Aren't they wonderful?
I keep sort of staring at them. So we have that, and obviously with the seasons finally wanting to change, we're seeing pieces coming out that are more summery for holiday. We've also got new designers about to join and things like that. So that's really exciting. But I guess the most exciting thing that I think you're probably angling at is the fact that we are finally going to be starting to design our own collection, which is really exciting because that has always been my view, well, my goal.
Dream.
Yeah, exactly. It's always been the goal for the business, and fortunately it's actually happened sooner than I almost anticipated, so that's really exciting.
And so will you continue on with some of your favourite brands?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be multi-label because I think everyone's got different tastes, so we want to make sure that different women can find the pieces that they love, depending on designer. So that's always our intention, but it's just that we can then introduce from our, we've done a lot of research understanding the customers. We do a lot of surveys. I myself am a member of a lot of forums, which I think for over 40, 50 people, like 60 plus, which I think from a lot of people find it quite amusing, but all the members love it, so it's great. And I get to understand a lot more. And sometimes when I see designers, I'll be able to say, well, that's beautiful, but if you'd just done that, it would have been even better.
Yes.
So we're able to build on all this knowledge and understanding of our customer and are now able to design a collection that's really right for them.
But look, you're not over 40, 50, and you're wearing it. But you definitely keep that older customer in mind,
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
you? With whatever you buy in, and now with, I'm very excited, hopefully your own brand. I think that would be just perfect, because you do, that is the thing that I really think on your website is very obvious, is you understand the older woman.
Yeah. Well, I took a long time doing a lot of research. I felt a responsibility to do that. And also I think my main thing is, if I don't like the clothes, why should somebody older? And that's with the style. So basically, why should it be frumpy and dowdy and secondary? So everything's still got to be modern and stylish, but then it's really to do with the cuts and the shapes and the fabrics and things like that. That is when you're starting to really bear the older customer in mind, and so the clothes are going to reflect that.
They're parts of our bodies
exactly.
that, as we all get older,
they
all have it one day.
Exactly.
You
and
just
don't want to show off, or I
love wearing things, scars around my neck, so I find my neck is quite wrinkly, but people don't like showing their upper arms.
That's exactly it. So it's things like that then we don't compromise on the style of the modern contemporary, but it will just be that the cuts and the shapes and the fabrics will be really responding to what our customer loves.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for introducing me to Hilary.
No, thank you.
And letting me interview both of you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.